so my Ghana no ebeye ya efri me sasho ena efri wunti na metena fidie manum se na meden sempa shomwa mehye se obia betumi bebo ne hombodin na ye jai saade se ye the political party bi twa mefuruma na afiwe ya ye kwa akoto aba no wo bia ntie de political candidates ahodo ni nyina eka de tona koma so de oya de ye no na ye de kokromati no ato aba ede amano anopai mini hana ATP ye betera fidie manum say ede a good policies enye pa NPP aban no wo mo ba ya ba mu wo ma ba be ye de ama Ghana fo na ye saade we nyina se de be ya se de Ghana fo ase ye wagidie bi se NPP ba ye free senior high school nko an wo ma ba ye ne ade no ye tumi de staff full stop no esi honom na ye hu ni se nye free senior high school nko an na NPP aban ne ba ye wa ba be ye de ama Ghana fo na mom no wo ma ba be ye other good projects ebushia enchakra no ni nyina no besa etwegu na ye nyina no ye hu but one of the problems I was having is say anka NPP communicators no wo munya platform bi na wo mte sho anas wo mo kasa they should forget about NDC amanyoko no na wo mun sell sa good project na do da kwekufu ado any Dr. Mahama Bawumia about from 2016 ebesi 2024 ye adwuma wo ma babebo edi ama Ghana for enginja amanfo na election amanfo mfa wo mu kokromoti ento abanfa ma wo mo mame wa nyina no akwaba shonko enfambra jumedi so na ya sewa enimidi ene de so nsempa hodro amaboaboa no anwumbre ena mede esomo me number is 0557036109 me patro product aboton company awe bi obese ye frɛ wo anase bi abese wo ba na abehwo yase ye mbra betwa program enfema ne ade a Fryan was 0550623377 and answer 05570361009. Kumasi online media school any American paint and a sabre warmer summer media teacher chumedi and summer. I didn't tribute will be ano. Mesha say or the for comment section that say Eddie Mammy Nema refiso say over share video where ama uniebi or no share Eddie Ama fofro. Na wo biara and say to me a cat and sempana na ya sewa mede eso monum. Eno asama ye deba so mo efa NPP amanyoko no ho no ye ko ma kokoku anyido wu enu ada ena atamu so nya ni baby ko ye na eye ne 12 years anniversary sasho ena na wo mo celebrate eye ni 80th birthday right after enu ada no ebesi ene day ni de ensema hudro na ena ekoso amaboabo ni nyina amede so mo na lawyer for no batije jubede bi framing na ofreme no ose nyankopon wadan na di a kire ne say afi 2024 election ni NDC amanyoko no John Dramani Mahama ena ewi ni ose me fantu nyina manim lawyer fast of atija jumede nyina enim say afi we no ono onye politics onye nyamedi fo so na mmom no emprepi na ya na nyankopon dai bibie di e kire na eyade asade no etumi ebemu ti osi John Dramani Mahama is winning 2024 election. We have had a lot of pastors and so I sure prophesy say 2024 election eyade Bawumia Dr. Mahama Bawumia ene Matthew Opoku Prempe ena winning. Other pastors are also saying say Alan Kojo Chairmanton is winning 2024 election. Me de bia me kamsi made the best candidate win this year's election. Na atame usa we free mu 12 years nie na enrada ebushia ene baby a wo free ahemfo ne ade e wo ho no mandisi amanyoko nyina no wo mu kopie mu e wa Asumdwe Park na wo mu kopie mu e wo ho no no wo mu ko se wo mu kwa akohwe ni mu no wo mesiesie ho no wo megunsa ene ade na eja. There is this belief say obi free mu na wo ko ne nda so a wo gunsa wo betumi ni nipa no edi nkomo nipa ne samaye samanpa wo hwe nkoso wan hwe na ombo a wo manga na mbo o manga na ho ban na ne nyina no ekoso ne ade nyina no anopa be betena afidie manum sei na eyensema ase wo mu ya ma na kwa yese koku anyido wu wo hwe asa de papa bi entumi free ni nchen ma asa de papa bi ano entumi free ni nsem emba nenu na ne de no Bono regional chairman Abronye DC any say bia ba bonte a wo kire say ade enrada ekwohwe enne nye da edi kaya na say enrada nye da edi kaya sa de na akosho ebi akosho pay na mpo na bra tamus free mu no eda wo mu ye na eyie na nipa hodro esikafo woni bie obi aba ye che say esikafo free o mafu kuro mu ni ade nyina ebe pie mu Ghana be ye atamus na yie kama sika wa mo de bonsa no mepacho according to Abronye DC sika wa mo de bonsa abode no MPP amanyokuo no ene kosi asumje park na aside no there is not even a penny say bia 10 pesos and 20 pesos simple ene sika John Dramani Mahama ne nsaka ye no otumi yi bidema ebusua ni so ensa abode e ba ye ni enti ebusua mosomonje o se John Dramani Mahama ka se wonu na eyi ni botom sika edi aye ye no ti sika ba we ye na sinina no eyade a John Dramani Mahama ene fo sika no ene oye mfanto hu bebre ni ade ena wo che se bibi biare fo Mahama hu bibi biare fo Atamus hu bia no kane akwa se yade a Mahama onye ni je wo ho Mahama ti Atamus di nkura na ne buefu na wo ka che Ghana fo se yeba wo mie ya MPP amanyoku ekoyi na wo hwe nim so obewi ni election ni oso wo no obu ne master ye na nado danko ekufu ado pa na ensi da seba wo mia be fedua na odi akwa bom na nado danko ekufu ado ne kon na wekunu because opeso obeye mampani ewo man mu na meti asema Abronye kan nam si Abronye baby a wo kika kwedi na chese asa so na that title na say allegedly ewo honom say John Dramani Mahama ni Atamus wo ni hu bi no eno ani nsem ase de wo se pie akwa aba na hwe nim sanka sami yade anka akwa anka obi ampo no enka ho asem biom na afie ba ne sei na Abronye DC wa sha ase a wo se yiyi na okwoso oboho na Bawumia de na nanim bre so obeba be mampani otwen akosi se the boss na nado danko kufu ado ankasa ma na kwenya no na hwe kofa nkrofo bi de na meye na si Abronye nkrofo ben wushuro na so ye be ma na do saba obodanko wabodin ebusha yankwe na yogotie ne seb emrasisia
na se ko transit nye ne yade na akunu former President Jerry John Rawlings kasa no kasa based on the security report to an inside aka good na me ye me wanwa anyamira edikan ni a NDC leadership led by John Dramani Mahama omode Professor Messi Abusua otuom Abusua no atwitwiri fam omode omani atwitwiri fam so bakaya na mninja mo bebo video yi ebra Professor Messi dampama wiase nyina ye ma no uni se besi na former President Mahama wama Abusua no wansiri kura nsai ba ye nyina otim ko gina Abusua nim ka kire o mo se oboka ono do Mahama no boka nti wan first kana ma Abusua wansiri eba besi ne oso oboka Jimmy can nema Ghana for what to say. Professor Messi ye Abusua ya mu TV so yi o ma nya kwan. And some bebrebe wiase corporate institutions individual donation anya se nkoma no wiye no otimi former President John Dramani Mahama schedule anything bia Professor Messi dini bata ho bia do Mahama nye happy ompe okay Atamesi project oba inherit ye nyina no okay Atamesi project oba inherit ye nyina no what is say NBC communicator bia tena radio so akasa Atamesi project ni yabi wo ye radio adumai abra Atamesi full mu no what is say NBC communicator bi atena arranging bi and arranging bi le peja no Abusua bi le peja na man ba ye Ghana mampanyini Abusua bi le peja na man starting when NBC mo ba ya besi no wa free mu dia yanka say and Professor Tamese so and a way by what is all my cabida
20 bida
University of Ghana Medical Hospital opia in pefe say I Tamese na dia so e bo from
I'll pay
Muska by good minority leader even Haruna Dusi in 2018 a press conference I can say MPP should stay away from Atame's project.
Exactly.
And so now all NDC communicators now will do so much Mahama project because Mahama Mobra. NDC communicators in a casa, you know, when him say, a new panel with the Nebragana for no, or your penny toto, and to young Pebby be on ye and young family. Let us say Atame's or no free central region. One. NDC in particular nankasa emu central region NDC for no omu mu omo mfa omo nyewe because omo do omo nya bibia project ya eya Tamese project no communicator na central region NDC for no monitor radio sameboa and mate munim so pass e kwato say NDC timi gina sin place so ka say Tamese close to 3 years 3.5 years abam won wanyare
nipa
bibia do Mahama nje sa Tamese amobra 3 years ya amam wa Ghana for the chance wanyare
kwa mekai Alote Jacobs ene owura Koku Anyidohu se nipa menu we na abrebia no omo hwese ombema prof credit ka NDC for no ground
and projects akese omo de credit do Mahama nyina inherited projects from Tamese
good
and Tamese projects bi no ho so a inherited from Kofuo no can be identified obiya twetwa wo bere ubehu obi ofa budget by budget ya obi Bani Tamese ankasa dia so abofom University of Ghana Medical Hospital no Mahama catch all NDC communicators omo call mo nkase ono ni project ya mi wa mobra o call University of Ghana Medical Hospital sisi ya ko phase 2 and Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo
ekoso
phase 2 of the University of Ghana Medical Hospital phase 1 phase 2
okay
Mahama 4 years no buy no phase 2 no wanya ho we and so Nanado be di ye na no wanka say Tamese na starting intimi ko si phase 2 kura manfo ohu wakwa start phase 2 no phase 2 no ko no ye uko ho nye si o ho ti si a kina obi o hwe na tu bi abapa Tamese je na omu ye na Nanado buy 2018 o makwa ko pesika $50 million about starting phase 2 o maliye and to Mahama tena kroma and feel 9 phase 2 no wanya ho we na unim yes say obia hu say me na ma me pe Bawumia asem no Bawumia na ni mmiri to me and yes say ye campaign ma Bawumia be president na ni mmiri to me Bawumia nye na dwene da why ona be si na ni ntim kura say me pe president ya dintimi fa ba nko bo obi nti sani pa no di to me share nsa ni obeye aboa nipa
eno obeye
na tumi bia ye bia ni bra die no ni abibia nim enwieye enti Bawumia ni mbre onyina o eni di president nti Bawumia ni papa sadie na Bawumia ye na onfa ba emesi ni tim say odi ababa bona na Akufo-Addo kon ni obedi president no eno no ma ya hodi mle se ni papa chi ni ye di because onya na dwen say
kwati konso water family
because o adu obe Bawumia tena fie na as a vice president kura na nyuma bebre ai World Bank fo be nya no IMF fo be nya no what you say African Development Bank be nya so ma ye consultancy we ya usika bebre na meboa
papa
nti no be ma na nya adwene se me de abaye ko bo me
because when the president will be for 4 years
oh what do for 4 years
good
na mo nya adwuma foforo ye no se ne one ne boss te ho a kon bia so obefa so ade aba upon the boss no no take over no na ni akofo no okroma aye mo omudini brabaji en se ahuni asi ama
ya
enti we no mo de aye o mo nde no enya nedi ka ne mo misa do Mahama say o mo ya ye na sisai sana odi bla busuya mo wa central region mo se ye de NDC Don Atames na ono peja do Mahama na mo se ka mo kwoto aba ama no mo ya NDC no aye be na enka ye be na do Mahama ya ama yemfa Sundue Park before na do danko akofo anu beba no na Sundue Park upe kusia obenya bi ho upe akrante obenya bi ho upe yuo dabo bia wo ma bo bia na wa Sundue Park
wo twetwe mu no eye koko anyi do hu ba ha ba bia otie ho na ote yi the senior na Sundue Park ete sa during Mahama time and yes before and after
ama man for ye then ehu ye enti wo central region na ye de NDC ni ye de NDC na enya de omode ye omode ye Atamesi ankasa Atamesi ni legacy NDC mu no ene wo mo kom NDC for kasa ye mo Atamesi din no enti eno kwa no ete ye mo ya mo dan ne mo se ya mamu far right ye negate ya mamu menye omo keka no bia me no mo nya adwene Atamesi no free region central region because ye kata the legacy ati because oye fantininti ye kata the legacy ati ni one more bra one this mo about force obedi president no Atamesi project mo kan e de bonidi na pata kire say just say madam feel say Atamesi na me mompa ye ma ba me kan wo mo fidie so say enipa who can lose da bia me kameda me na ma boaboa me who can lose no bi ja okwana saman bia ni babia wo saman bia ni babia obaba ba kwa yere
nti me jeja ho ma wo
me jeja wo bi nku wo nso de aba na eba kwa bia ko ba faso ade aba na bia na faso na mo wo saman ni babia
politics Mahama, but that's a way in. One year, one friend is our family and crowd. Or do me nebushia, yapa. 1 hour saying time. They am less a 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock. What's your time a while? We are better once yes, we are what's the great? Let me on 2 inches. Let the mouse here, why you have me on there. Mahama only worship. Mawaka come, Madame Mahama. It's a good level shape, Yalenua. How about to attack? Madame NDC. NDC back. Why? What number day? Yeah, we are Jamaican words and one Kahansi. And I want you to want your China. I'm young, so I don't want to work with I didn't come on.
more than some come out. More than some come out. To baby want to have a man is good.
You do and a side way e come akoye say bushia just one no nyinano they want us to understand say anya shekra no Koku is the only person ogusu awo NDC party ni mu a oye loyal to the former president the late Atta Mills na ni nyina eche no kra na me asem Abronye eka no I would sit on this platform and say blankly say enye bibia na de be politics. It is not everything and yet the bear politics. This is your former president Asebi. We free match say ebushia guswa tinishu ebushia guswa edi ya oni ade. Into some of the politics ebe rera sansem we mu na ade. Me I would say enche going to the extent of saying say na Bawumia Wont fa de enfem kobona na Addo dan Kweku Addo ni kowechi na wonko ne de it doesn't really add up miserable yenim so man na yewom no election year do say na bibia mo ba ne politics bibia JB dan Kweku ma ye the politics Ahmed Swale ewu mu de aye politics ba yesremo we kura Jonkuma kura ya owu ene kwa de ono angasa ni party for na mu no de ba ye nsensem say yakọ poison but to the be amoma ye artists very smart kakra asa baby aye keka kono enche yie enye bibia na de be politics sa na ebusua mo begie di say asa de Kweku Anyido ye nyina anopa me ni 80% na fidie man him say ye born abaso say when it comes to say obi ye loyal what portray that character of loyalty Eddie Ama John Evans Fifi Atta Mills and you be an ben sa on one gasanenum to beka so emre bi echemu kra no he was accused they say wakwasum jepa konom akwa kotu Atta Mills ni mu ni ade nyina basansem we nyina no enye no kre na enra da asem esi ye no ena Kofi Addo ma to ne bo ena wa chire mu kama mamie kra na meti menye mu ntiase yie say enra da na no pa no enkrofo anu wo mu buefu ne ye nto oba ma MPP NDC ye nto oba ma NDC ni nyina no according to Atta Mills ni nuaba o say bushia na ekọ honom no wo mu nim wo mu. They say they don't know the family members Bushia. Ekwa hono man wo mu buefu na wo mo nto aba ene nana no kura na wo kasa ya wo no so eche so ofie tuem hono ma no kasa wo mo peso wo mu tutuo no wo man pene ne ade nyina no wo mfo wo mu kopie mu wo hono wo ma Bushia no kopie mu wo hono ankasa mo no na Kweku Anyido no wa hyase a wo no so bo ne mpaye nsani ade nyina no erugu Atta Mills wo no so and the family is angry. They are going to hold him responsible. Esa say obian shuma no autopsy dey ebushia kwa na Addo ho the family I don't know me sisi engofo mienu yi me to me nche do ye rightful family member na Kweku Anyido wo na nkasa so tu nanum to say sadie we ye ekoso nyina no ono nkasa mu no adwen ho a wonte ase he is only trying to be loyal to the former boss. Onim nenti ase ebushia fofra ba wo mso abeka na wo mu nim ebushia edi kan ko honim gofo na wo mu ye dede ni ade na wo mu nto aba na wo ma bepie mu honim na the NDC for the aye wo mu nina and they are trying to accuse Kweku Anyido who say he is the mastermind behind all this only MPP amanyoko no and a wo ma hyehye say wo mu pese wo mu gu Mahama enimase na wo mu gu Atta Mills nso enimase buhia yenkwe na yenkotie nsem we nso emrasesia
asia na ye free NDC amanyoko wo mai Ghana na afi eja Atta Mills ebusiafo ensem a sabri abai ebusiamanso anase country ebusiamanso family country 7 for the cobra for mu ebusiamanso and I say family country 7. Say Bushia family country for my so 7. I was your man so family country 7 ya SCA and not me didn't chemu every week. Someone for Bekaya, Eja Tewu ya edabi enfie dumienu ni ema kusukuku kase a chese Ghana ha nyina awia no so odwane fan of hio ewie mu aye kusu edi asem na abai yenkotia yese Eja Atta fenyi kweja oh Kofi Not we free mu ya na afibia dru ne birthday na unse me di me birthday 20th no na de china pepepe na Eja Atta nso edi ne de ohia we di ne de ne wie ya just and 23rd na chese Kim Eja Atta free mu ya na yedu amanfo so aye aka ya no munti edu sa date no a abusia ekai no na Eja Atta nankasa wu ye bisi o yemfa no mra otwam akumfie otwam na afi yemepe ne krabe wo ho penimfo akọ ko hu abusia ne wo mokasa ya se o Eja Atta nankasa o hwa wototo bia bi wo ho a efre ho asomdwe park aye nhihye se Ghana mampani bia wu a eho ena esiesie no entie ne wo moboaboa no a na 24th ana dabio 23rd okay enti eho ne yenkonkosie no enti ho na wo hwe no TV no so no ene de Eja Atta ko ho ene ekosie no se amana no kra bibiri aka ho a eye empty ye twen next one na ye de no akoho na yakosie no ho ti se de Eja Atta nko a no aya nkonam a chese ene 24th ama na confuse me no 24th enti ekoba ne sa no ene abusia yese wo moko duru ho no o se Eja Atta nso de wote ase na nipa no oben no mu ba ko pa no wakasa edema no kwaku dabu anyido ho ti wo mu duru ho no wote wodadada kwaku duru ho a chese wa sha ase kura wo ye ofosom ho abusia ne si ebo na de na kwaku ye abusia fo oba ne abeye de ese ye ne agu ensa ase ne se o ye samanpa onhwene ni mehwen a wa sha de ase ye duru so a chese o ye wo de awie ni abeye ye de wa sheda boa papa ayese radio station bi afre obi se eni ba be interview na ofre no osi o mpa chombe frame time ben because station we na so be frame na station adwen bo ne woni tim no wa sheda atata time na onim se station ba ko be frame no wa jiwa aboso aje aboso eni questions no de enimu nyina no obisaw na documentary as wo be bisa questions se wo wiase nyina se be ya station ba ko be hwere wo mo na je se wo mu nya enfro eni bi pepepe na abusia ne chese kwaku debu ye watwi ewufu somu a wo ye ne eye nka ye somi watwim tintin se be na abusia ne de no wo mbebre no wo mu akọ enye no nko a ye nipa bi aba na we abekasa me Eja Atta we chese wo mu chese wo mu kwaku anyido ho sheda ko fa nipa bi fake family members and odi wo mu bae se wo mu so emra meka de wo mu enim enam so ama ene eka kete nke ye go nka twede bo enyina epiepie mu na eno ena Eja Atta ninu aba madam kwashi wo kyerese nipa akwaku anyido ko fa wo bae ne nyina se wo ye Professor Mills abusuafo no wo mu nyina wo mu ye fe aka fake ba ko kura ni ho a wo mu nim no na yenti abufuo no se de na eko ene abusua nsem a wo mu ede atudwane bi
pretending to be the real relatives of Atta Mills. That is never true. We don't know them from anywhere. And they were here. He has schooled them, telling them that the rest of us, we are paternal brothers and sisters. And they are the real Atta Mills family. It was so disgusting to find an 80-year-old woman pouring libation and hitting her tummy, saying that Fifi Mama won. And I was wondering if she gave birth as a baby. And now, I want to make it clear to everyone that Koko has stepped on the wrong foot by tampering with our brother's grave without our knowledge. That is totally unacceptable. And now we are going to deal with him because it's a taboo in our family to do that. Whatever that you want to do, you have to consult the family, and we have to give you our approval, because you have the money to go and do everything you want. Well, my brother preached Asmodwe, but some of us, we sometimes reserve that Asmodwe. Yeah. Now, I would like to thank all of you.
I was here for Martin. The Akoba Yeno, a friend be and no say, one say, nay, you one, say, my mea brew a poso, no abegina ho egunsa, we Tanara, Mahama Wont, Kamfanti, Quadro, almost a woman in no crampo. Tiweno say, we are rented Oledio, say, borrowed so, say, what is it?
What has been done for Kwame Nkrumah? Good question. So you see the structures you see there is work in progress. So we are going to turn it into a mini library and a mini theater. So if you come there, you can now see pictures, movies, books, what do you call it, artifacts. And so it's still very much work in progress. Kwame Nkrumah passed in what, 70-something? This one is only 12 years, so it's still work in progress. The important thing is that no matter which government comes, let's just honor our past heroes. And I'm happy that President Akufo-Addo graciously decided to do this. And of course, he also gave Nkrumah Mausoleum a facelift. So, as a president, in terms of honoring our past heroes, interestingly enough, he's the same president who buried President Rawlings also. So God has situated him in a certain space and time where he's been able to honor past presidents. He's done it for Nkrumah. He's done it for Mills. He buried Rawlings. Rawlings is buried at the military cemetery because he was a retired soldier. So, well, it's all about times and seasons and how to make the best out of it. Yeah.
The time you were doing this for our father, we had a lot of stories, news. What's a phone cry to Fiako? Can we? How do you feel? Do you regret?
Oh well, that's just propaganda. It's vile propaganda. I mean, those who were not able to do it, and it was being done, instead of them to appreciate what was being done, they chose to create the wrong impression that what am I taking it to? What we were doing was to remove the horrible covering that was on it, and we are just being frank. President Mills died, like I said, on the 24th of July 2012. It was that same night his vice president John Mahama took over from him as president. John Mahama stayed in office for 4.5 years. Why did he refuse to give President Mills a befitting resting place?
And now 12 years, Pepe. Na Yewa Akogan, Watro Adiebi was say Koko Anido at it again. With the support of the MPP and their national security apparatus, I'm disheartened to witness a grown man misbehaving at Asumbi Park, supposedly in the name of love for Atta Mills, and obstructing the NDC from accessing the park. Such actions can only occur under the failed leadership of Nana and Bawumia Time Hotel.
Kwame, good morning. As I speak to you now, I'm not even at Asumbi Park. Kwame, my mincha we here for na Kwame, as I speak to you now, I'm not currently at the Asumbi Park. All I know is that the Odumna Ebusian of the late president, they call national security. And now, sorry, they call Abai and Abai Mao. Today they can go and remember the president. My itinerary, from Sunday, 21st July, Ananka, Papa Benya 8 years. It is Sunday, Ebusian Basumge Park. Omodane they said no 23rd. a little drumming and dancing. Now, Anopa 24th, they will continue up to midday. They have all the letters. How can I stop the NDC from accessing Asumdwe Park? Me, how do I stop them? I have only been invited by the family. It's not my program. It is not my program. Look, since 2022, and Addo, President Akufo-Addo Adorma, or Commissioner Asumdwe Park, my emergency Atamus Institute, my passion at the time was for the construction of the Asumdwe Park. Now that Asumdwe Park has been constructed, me how anything. Because it is me they are looking for to do their politics. More you see Asumdwe Park no. More papa no more kind no. And then more they hear politics. Maybe Bemu say, so the family is at Asumdwe Park. The Bawumia family is at Asumdwe Park. If Akugan and his people have issues, they should go to the Asumdwe Park and go and deal with the family. Because I become the convenient vehicle for them to do their politics. Why? But it's not going to work. When we send your reporters, I beg you, this FM, OK FM, multimedia, despite media, money, Asumdwe Park. And what? All I did this morning was to help to get there and to just show my face. I'm launching my book this afternoon. I'm very busy. I am very busy doing other things. Kwame, I went to the park this morning, yes, because I was invited just to see what is going on. They asked me to get read for them. I got read for them. That's what is it? I don't control Asumdwe Park. I control Addo and his national security. Since when did I stop being a Ghanaian? Since when did I stop being a Ghanaian? Why? I control Addo. Kwame, the Asumdwe Park. From Takwa, from Half-Asini, from one.
Say ebia wabo key no na washa da kwata akiri. Me say ebia wabo mafia no, but who said that you ba mafia no ekoso mafia ben olokodo mafia ben mafia say wa mu say no who na national security Emma wa mu ntimi nko Asumdwe Park o say wa mu say who national security according to Akogan no said more of what said the beya NDC party ntimi enko lay reef ni ade ade. They are there. I've left them there. They let them do whatever they want to do. I've left them there. Let them do whatever they want to do. If they're national security, they should be there. I'm not even going to go back again. I'm going to concentrate on my book launch. That's all. They should go and deal with the national security. That's all. 12 years on. Now, 12 years on. Okay, Mati. 12 years on. Now, way.
I went there this morning. I wanted to go and lay a wreath. Program no start here, but at this rate, I have left the place. Let them go and meet the family. That's all. Yeah.
I'm not
going to allow them to use me for their propaganda. So I'm not there. It's as simple as that. Yeah.
12 years on now way.
Kwame.
Ebra 12 years ni now way.
Oh, Kwame. I was at the Black Cup team. I was at the castle when it happened. Yeah. Sadly so. But Kwame, when we say normally 24th July every year, Obehuna in Shoto. The weather is okay, it's cool, it's calm, but there's no rain today. And I'm told by Ebuchiam that we're Jaisu. The man has we're Jaisu, international. Exactly. So now the man is happy. Say Ebushano Abba Diejinemu. Aha, Ejomodishia catch the Ghana for you and say no free Ebushuabimu. Ha, said obey politics and obey Ghana be a cry. No free Ebushuabimu. It's Ebushano Diejinemu. So they are saying that he's happy and so that's why we are not seeing tears. Those are things on the spiritual realm. They understand it. So that's what they are saying.
Oh, we party Kogufa true book Tears of Atta Mills. Na mami twa ade ba ko ebra asem ni se debia there is a call and there have been calls say monfa de enam so ma papa ne hwere ne nkwa emra monfa autopsy report coroner's report monfa ne nyina emra ye enkofo demand ne ade ade saade no eda so ewo ho ana twa
well I mean but one of the consistently said that autopsy report. So let's introduce it back. Let's talk up to him.
One is all.
Oh, sending me an MP, no. I don't know, Patrick, or no,
Atamils.
Atamils, MP for 3 years. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Kokune maminya na wo lanchi book ide na
ebusia ensem no ene yakwa akotie aban medie amefa wenye futuo enkonfama koku anyudo umeshe ne say this so what Tamils like one magana for nyina yehu how loyal you are when it comes to him but me pa show for your own peace and your own asumje Tamils na ngasa mo no pa asumje for your own peace please at least tetia break won yema bie ni so edu ne da na se da odi wu ye se 24 July bia obekọ honom na one na akodi nkoma wo ko bompa ye wada nyankopo ase ho na abe prapra wa prapra wu wi a na we fi honom entente obetimi akọ ho ahoma che kura akoye ana enwumre obi aye ni die wie ne wakọ eja because he is your boss wu wi a na wada no ho brel but me pa wo chow koku anyudo mesrew henceforth can one same behavior obi afro kwa menchire mu because said ya say ade ne kwa nye dedi kan aba abonte say enkrofo awudu omu be ko hobia no enye ne busua it is getting too much I say eya do sododo ochina say adechia say na the more na say kwa ne sa so no na Mahama dimbom na amafo tag for all you know ebia na Mahama kwa no oye innocent when it comes to the death of Tamils but say de bia niema ne konya because asa mi hu ayi video bia ndc amanyoko no so eno adawam kwa asumje pa kono ma na esi edu nketi aso eka bibi say nipa na oye involve nipa obese ogu wo meni masiri nyame ya adom na safi wo mu win election na 2025 no edu 24 July sana wo mo bekwa wo me hye nanimonyam kama ma obi ehu ni say enye de wo mo no wo enye say bia wo ma hyeda na wo meyi wo meni dia ma Tamils sana say bibi and also Mahama ankasa beje Michael no so kasa no he said a lot of things but Mr. Mo the tag on why ne ku Tamils why ne ku ebia na ye nko ehiewo na to no we should please koku asebeko bebe bia wo di na bom mabo wa baso why ya de we show loyalty to papa no baby biara ne kra wo bia no ne kra ne kura ni beje hu ni say anya she no I still have someone even in my grave no go so loyal to me na sa choka na wo fa ho chena na wo fa ha na so short autopsy ni ade nyina no me pa cho ja bibia ma ebusuafo no mesrew ebia the next thing I'll be na say the next thing I yebete no ebia na ankoya asempa mesrew nisi ebusuasi they will hold you responsible they wo mo no ba betwe ebusuasu nim say wo ye ndisi fo nti say ye people fo kwa na shechi kwa na obeda ni sembebre wo krom ha me pa cho why mesero me da se ye papa say wotie mafutuo no na wode atu kotodwema asisi ane de wo ba be ye careful e wone ema bi a wo ye no na busua sabre ya me ne mo kase ye wo book bi a ye fa no ejapade book se ejapade book ni me na ya se wa me phone e kita mi wo bi wo so makan wa hanom say several times but man komu deep sa baba tira video man say edi mpenifo bi a wo makenkan bi edi aba abehwom na ne de ne de akenkan na du hopes na do ye so na se de hopes no hu wesi fa to ne bo ahye ne ema no sometimes we ask ourselves say Kennedy ohine Japan this last year election flag bearer election e course no Kennedy wini yampa anase Bawumia ne wini yampa ekwanya alan kojo chairman te fa so free MPP party ni mu no na eye ne kwan so ano no anase na kululu bi shechire ene ya mene wo ka say secret upon secret kwanya MPP aban no sa ejapade book nipa wo choye wo mo fa so ye wo ma dwen say wo mo di eliminate eye accounts a ewo MPP party ni mu na wo ma kwa akofa teni na ba be di MPP party ni so no hopes na bru ni nyina de ego ho no mebisia enya sam ketwa kwa credit no enkoma onua TV ho ereja okotena ya wode sansem we nyina no etu dwa de bia yenko na yenkwetie ni nyina no emra sisia
look what was that enhuma we your friend na Japade so me bacho wo de capture die ba me na mafo enhu menka asembia emfiri mitim sa Japade yi ya se abusuakuo bi ana atworo kwayo mo befa so a Ghana Japade nyina eba be di omo ne omo ma ene omo asefo ntem ensam etinipa otworo forward anani wasan oforiata ewa ha now forward no what dey share the first paragraph okay was say to our future made up of the present and the unborn for whom this will of a nation is being prepared. So, what say a dachi? Any nasitra ye woman, any young kola ni and nan can someone young war mono. Womo at na ye yes, sir, a Japade or minor Japade, a diamaomo. So, what do you to me, I must say, a mamma obi sesa tu mi na de ma no wo de ye Japade Ghana Japade nyina de ma nasefo and we are quiet now what say to our foremost king of Oripeni the progenies spread across this world for whom and to whom alone this sacred document is prepared ye yes ade we nyina de ahye of Oripeni adumunyam Ghana 40 hey mumia careful 1 2 3 4 5 paragraph 5 was it currently with Nanado in total control of the whole entity of Ghana we have a duty to ensure that we take over the commanding height of the essential fabric of the country in order that even in the event that Nana leaves the scene after the mandatory 8 years the sons and daughters of Ochimai will be firmly secured and such control both financially and economically that we can no longer be ignored in the battle to control the destiny of Ghana. Ghana for Muntio. Memmo example say this is not a fiction.
Actually, a planet.
It's working. Working. In the forward na me more bibi. What's it? We free 5. Now we back 7, paragraph 7.
7, yeah.
What's it? In doing this, we need to be strategic. We will have to work with other people from some of the diverse ethnic groups, including some carefully selected people in Ashanti and other diverse ethnicities or land. This would make them believe that they also have a hand in the pie. It will be obscure it will obscure any suspicion that the project is essentially an Oforupeni project. This point is crucial because with electoral politics, we have to have our eyes on the numbers in the electoral process. We cannot be blatant until we are completely secured in the endeavor. It is especially so because so far the Ashantis constitute the single most populous ethnic groups in the country. So, it is Ashanti for the young man, and I say, I according to Agagan. Paragraph 19 in your kind. Paragraph 9. Was it although the Ashanti group within the current MPP is gearing itself to take over the party after the next tenure in 2024? It will be ideal if we could work to bypass them in 2024. Now, with hard work, we could work to pass the mantle over to non-Akan person, preferably from the north, under whose presidency we could secure the maturity of our takeover projects. Where a prophecy I see. So being a turn down what church and they say a fiction and the entrance anybody or a prophet. You who I know a prophet. A serious issue. What say? Ashanti region and that's Ashanti for a MPP party no. Or more prepared on take over from Nana Kufado. Yeko primaries. Alan Chamantin from Ashanti. Boacha Japo from Ashanti. Adainimo from Ashanti. Akutofiye from Ashanti. Kobna Japon from Ashanti. 5 people. 5. Out of 9 you say you know Mokoy. Kojo Poko is of Wabraka 6. Yeah. So so wamu nyese wamu be bypass Ashanti region. Traditionally, Ashanti region is superb, very strong. Otunfo wo UK. Yamano kwan ye besoano in the palanquin. Ewo UK. Akwesida no kwakwedi no. Omo makwa ye besoano. Omo beji a whole street ni e gukete ne ayi. Ohini bia ni ho betima kwa yesa den. It is a sadia. Then let's cut the Ashanti politically. It is a betima ye so so a yampe obi a wo ye non-Akan person. Yemfa mano. See that man go and go prebi ebi anage. Hey, I'm gonna be back go prebi ebi anage da mami. But we move ahead, preferably a person from the north. They were and then me no work as a MPP Frabera over here. No. Official. O mo so sidi sa prophecy no. Abem. Look. Mame emma one day. Book where the Mashada kind power. I said, baby, I will all kinds of what you know, dear. Members will be baby, enter a mature children. Okay. We are pa, we be a no beyond with media. So, near Sir Labadi beaches and some winners senate to Yonko. Any idea? A day. Anna Director General of Senate, Dr. Tinkrai, ye nadi. Obi, I'm one ye nadi. Debbie. Letter no suit me, said Papa children and boo of Papa no yet oh, may chat me who America buses here. On your phone call as a Galloway. Proceed on leave. Because now he was not in agreement on certain things. Now, share near Ejapadia Eka is talking about. My head in answer. It's talking about banking. Banking. Okay, higher banking. Banking or much chim. Mother. Mother near Bank of Ghana. Biological children. Ghana indigenous banks. Banks. And they were adopted children. Adopted children hona mekono. Absa Eco Bank. Yimuni near Ghana. Or money adopted. Now on the adopted Eco Bank. Was it? We have 2 routes of entry into the institution. First is through Senate, which has a seat on the board of EcoBank Ghana by virtue of its shareholding. The seat is occupied by the Director General of Senate. In phase 2 of our agenda, Kofi Bosompem Osafo-Manfo, who is a Deputy Director General of Senate, should be made the Director General to give him the seat on the EcoBank Ghana board. To me. Hey. On the EcoBank Ghana board. And now we know who is the Director General of Ghana Senate. Bosompem. What take his seat in all? Yama Besu. Yama Besu. Secondary. Papa, we madam for me respecting the panty. Ya born wife with him in Pesamako. Would have my missy honum. Would you put it in our kaya? Would you say? Under banking. Who send your city? It's yet honum. Ama a bushia pobako. Ghana Japadiana. So, Capital Bank, Paya Faso, you go Pakwasi Indum Bank, and then you are and there's a portion of my kind. And only I know has you know. Now, Uber under insurance, your mother, your biological, and you were adopted. So, now kwa yo mo fa so a ye pia SSC esi nchen ne ko fa enterprise insurance no na ye bibia enterprise insurance wonim nura
kano farata
dia government agibia ya foso bia one fa enterprise insurance you are in trouble.
And as SIC na your mind there na e basa
ja to baby hwe ukọ bank sector kwa ye fa so ye de data bank and na ye bibia loans a ye gigi nyina ne ade nipa ebusuan ba akopɛ ye no mu de ye gala way for who can we ya obeti MPP mbe sori agina e ba be defend this rot na woti honum na wo bre yes say to our future present and unborn
to omo ye ade na se be ye omo ma omo nya wo omo mpo no omo mebre
o kan ni na wia o pa kira wo say Ghana has say this tribe is going to be the movers and shakers of Ghana.
And indeed
it is a bibi bakoswa omo no kasape eno na obi abedi akire
obi abeti order from above
o pesika dia ye bibi a eho na obeko ene ade we are here we are quiet we benya obi no aba begina no wo defend it ish I will not.
Now my ni mu ayetimi aboka ma ye kan tia na ye pre carry forward
ye mo Ghana fama nipa baako ye nyina ye dia hwe ne om de ba kwasi ndu ye no de no
atwra to dada
ye atwra to
ne din nyina wo
me pesa be kan ne honum no because of Sadi Wenti so okay. Because of that and me pesa me kan
come crash me bebo yeah mrei
mami samo example what if you na ka say fictional then that writer we need to look for him now on professor on this country minim ya edin ya mabodi na chiro the writer no maboni di madam Fupa
you are sure Japade book no
madam Fupa we dey maboni di chiro as we are moving on maboni di chiro what dey aboni din what dey co-writers ni ade wo mo edin nwa ba bia hyehyehye o monza the technical team led by DM Of Atta should further evaluate the following details in order to choose the appropriate site.
Galamsey.
According to this book, wo 332 Galamsey companies. Ninjina ayu ha. Wo mu nie. Wo mu na hyehyɛ no. The Northern Gold Coast Enterprise. So and so Amanfi East. Wasa Amanfi East. Wo fa say ya Takwa Insoyo Municipal. Just say every district they are there. Christian, Nzima East. Omo chiche omo nyina gum. Eti wana ka che o say Galamsey ebetu azie. Wana ka azam ni show. Se ebeti metu azie dia na che say esese Abansi Samba. O say o mama. Don't say o mama. Mami to ade bako. Undermining oil and gas industries. What did he? Was it our mining as well as oil and gas strategies constitute a major plank of the blueprint for controlling the extraction of natural resources which God has generously bestowed on Ghana, particularly the Achem land. Was it to this end? A cursory look at the approved concessions should be looked at. Asante Bedietro is to lead the process to take over this concession detail below and consolidate them into the standard Ejapa LLC incorporated in Jersey. Ejapa Ango Parliament. Sir, your minerals say you or moon eba bejeje royalties in the Gaga. Adwene kese. Ya di biti Ghana. Now on this note, I will salute the minority in Parliament.
Yeah, and do mo ye ding. So mo mpene.
Share Ejapa LLC incorporated in Jersey. Ya call register company no abrochire. And ye dey by same rofu bi na ba be hweso amai. Wo hu dey e bo ha.
Oforiata.
Dabi
Hey, Asante Bedietro.
O say o make sure. Say something many nyina akoso. And a Parliament. Parliament bo mugala we. Enye sanka ye mineral resources e yi bia wo mo gigi bia e kwa busuan bako. How can we live in a country like this? Eh? How can we live in a country like this? Ghana, baby, you go near you know, mamma pono honum, kama. No. I had you now, take over. Adansie, anarchist as a state. Yes, mo be uncle to Galamsey, a war, ye quiet. Now, man for whom, the engine stop war. Do you know one strategy?
I didn't see I can't time the presidency in our two on the line.
Do you know the strategy? You bet you suggest 3 days. You baby, you'll be a miracle. That's all the strategy about me. No.
Wow.
Now Ghana forces, or more corn, or more fly, or more jet was wrong. Near start to say a spray quiet room, how the bill round. Why the bill quiet room?
Obian
Rao. As yes, Debbie. Yes, a boy a quiet home. Now, a bushia pobi, according to this book.
It's I don't know. It's say yeah, you know here because we are the taxpayers' money. Near the Ama operation, the Galam stop was a wine. Near Sunday bomb hoka. All in the name say yes, stop it. Galam says you to me stop it.
Okay, telecommunication. I'll answer oba. Say digitization betima koyeno. Yes, say low data, low cost in data. Now we talk data. 100 cities, any 3 days, NASA. How can you drive that? Ninjinano, and who some shisha? What is it? Bisa telcos, Bisomo. Messiah Munusu RTI no, Munusu. And he found or motor or moyi, and he's saying, a yet then NASA pricing way ever. First, not going out on NCA. 444. The first would data a check. Yadin Grophobia Beshishim. Eti no NCA Emma 1/3 omonaje 2 tests eti telco sunu betimato kitwa bi ewo NCA na fa kese na no akwakoto no ba bi ono soso no be say 3 times the price NCA de be ma eti ho de betua me ne wo na etua ekogo abusuan ba ko account mu na o mo ache
eti mo dini
I don't know why
This is wickedness.
So, dear General, share. Me say the poor choice are the way, or prophet. A man for so be nation down or Troy or the Twabonting, and I'm seeing a prophet. Listen, the political terrain. How do you know the political terrain? I don't want the party. African the Japan aba. Nafi Samuel Kudiso, John Bodu Diso, now the Lawrence factor aba. Other minor parties in the Kaka, religious and chieftaincy. Until other smaller parties, you know, or more Kasa, you should understand. That should be a no more Kasa no.
I teach us show manum. I could be a manitiano. I will come and say, and now when you brought power pana, what Kasa to say, will be our government spokesperson. Hey, you want to answer me? Ah, yeah, the cast be brave. Aye. Mese ana wo per president ni bia dia na said dey what's other the PR ama government almost o mu ni se ha
o mu sha say she o say ya don oh yeah hand over that
ewa ha
kroma ye nyina wo kroma mo hand over what the security for on am yes on the DJ Ada omuni ani omuni adwene omo hu se obi e pep change change no ombeda ni abumu a mo angasa ombo hu se what's it as we make final push for EC registration it is sub ayuwe about 2019 it is important to roll out our final onslaught to ensure that NDC eventually become a fringe party. Whereas we do not expect the electoral commissioner herself to blatantly cripple the NDC, we could deploy the other non-EC functions, such as the need to maintain law and order. So what? Using our people within the security agencies to frustrate NDC supporters from either registering or voting. Ano Mabodin, Bre Champon will be the key in this endeavor.
Until no so had over. Also, I'm a brain come say ya bem. Because one of that done another day, they hand you over, hand you over. Would you how? We have some come say ya bem.
Was it before then? We must have a critical evaluation of our strength and weakness in order to be well positioned for the task ahead. Now, the party, party, so. The youth and women's wing of our party remain our weakest link. Every effort must therefore be made to get our national organizer to fill in the gap. Same apply to getting Eslausu to assist the women's wing. Adi way by 2019, 2020 elections. Eslausu ja Abrekuma West. No one nam Tolong, no one nam Borga Central, no one nam Wa, no one nam Babia. And then never has it. We should assist the women's wing. Eti, the writer, the great prophet of our time, say a calculated plan. That's when you see a G2 say it's a fiction there. Now we the greatest prophet in our time. As a typical coefficient. Because
they are doing the same thing.
You catch a grade Japan, Adam. You is say Alan, Eba take over. They should try and then bypass him. Yanko for being free enough. Abom. Bibio Muka book in Ubia, Abom. Don't do the American crown name.
You are quite fast to
Tomu, yes, a bit too.
Yeah, tune simple, and I'm a Brian Mobo. Oh. What's your condemn no other? You're too so simple.
Ma Obia emphasize the way in Diagro. Maybe Obia who said a book muna make free. And I'm not the writer. At Ghana, Nipa be ekitasa the way I'm making. At your baby, you have Ghana for home. No one take a wise decision. Because national cake, you know, a ye na yedia. Adenti. And as I say, yeah. Now, the national situation as regard to the media landscape. Baby, King can baby, actual. No one said in Yama essay air coffer. Baby, King can hey, what can I do?
Oh, Tony,
what can I do?
Now, your projection, man, is Pepe, say, dear, say.
Eslausu on closure of opposition media. We score Eslausu 70%. For her execution of the agenda to close down pro-NDC radio and television stations. Yeah. While we praise her for closing media entities such as Radio XYZ, Capital Radio, Muntie FM, and many more, she scored some low marks in the implementation of the strategy. We expected her to leave Radio Gold from the list for obvious tactical reasons. She could have waived their debt like she has done for our friendly stations, such as Ask FM in Kumasi. She could have been fired for the avoidable backlash in strategy, but for her long-standing role as Nane's protege.
Hey!
Phase 2. Tier phase 2. Phase 2 of media control. Was it there is no doubt that Joy 99.7 FM and the multimedia group will remain an industry leaders in the communication sphere of the country. While relying on them as a veritable ally, anti-MPP agenda by some of their staff does not pretend well to us. We were left with no choice but to have used our voice, in quote, to threaten Manasseh Azuri Awuni, while his publication on the past inured to our political benefit. He has overstretched himself in his attempt to assume an air of neutrality. He was influential to our historic victory, but his constant attack on government, culminating into the militia documentary, was most unfortunate. Okay. Some multimedia, leading in the airwaves. Our has na Juma or Muye, Ediboa MPP Moba victory no, good. That's also some of the elements Woma or Mapa Omo akwakoye anti government. Enti no, omo sheda no omo use boys. Edi threaten Manasseh Ajuri ebe mo na zama. Manasseh Ajuri anyane kwankwa South Africa.
South Africa boy de ho adwa.
Ni ye ka that time na me hu we me say ebe de na sade we abam. Enya no kre sa na ye no kre pa. Sa na ye no kre. Enti se obi na tena ne dem trotro sade we. Ema no ba out 2019. Now after 2020 election Samuel we nyina esisi a me say let us look for the person. Let us look for that person. Oh me boy.
Hobson Adoye na chese ejapade book no wato ne bo ede ye reremu ebie nsam show dia wam na wam siase 2019 no ene ba abontimpo no we to the bu said ye musi e ba abonti 2019 obi na tena so tro na munim ho hwe ya 2020 election dia course wom 2021 22 23 2024 mpo eye NPP abai no mu yi mo flag bearer mpo no dia wo japade book ni mu nyina no eye ade a ekoso ewom ende na nipa ne eye big prophecy pa hey ebushu manga na ebe ye nie well ahada mbeba mkwai na sema me de so bono mi de nyina beba na wie ye me number is 0557036109 news bia wo bia pese would send me in video in audios and as a pictures bia no ubetimi asende amame ewo WhatsApp saso na on products yemba hu de room farmer we ni jijumedi e hu beso ya se owe bie company bi obese ye ba ni ye betwanso edema na wo ye wede ni eye ni ade apese ye betwama wa freyen ewo 0550623377 na one ye ntwetwe nkomo 0550623377 saso enanjumeko ande wo maso amase amede atija jumedi ne beso mo eye Kumasi online media school Kumasi online media school so pensem cho school po wa church fon wo do wa botre dia bra wo maso ye wo mo de no 3 months nkoa ena 100% practicals nkoa for 3 months beto school uniform beto books beto we be name o very first day abeba ye do studio ye church on ye menu show editing abese usua ye do tina computer nim ya cho se de ye cut se ne ye paste ne de ye keka ho nyina no saso ena TV radio presentation aye watch modern TV station ena ye sanso watch modern radio studio show I no show ba ya roba fantasy ye pemo courses ahodo ni nyina no me pa cho unya ni bebia me se agise Kumasi online media school kwa chefo e wa no wo mo wa botre wo so wa ko school da unko school da onte brofu ukware we wie university but still na opese usua saade e we ya bra na wo mo do beba fam obeba be fa funds for 100 Ghana cedis our front days of Kumasi online TV wo mo cha kwan ye Kumasi Square wo mo ni TI amas editing share ni me inquiries from 055062 3377 and that's 0557036 Saso and American paint for show masi amedi atija jumedi no shomo enne wam so po original paint e dia fa wodan ho de ndi tuchumi kabra na wo ma kache na wo mo ma paint papa pa wo de fa wodan wa enwa wai enwo huro nsuo toni ade de bi wo de fa wodan ho na agesa wodan no ehwo hran yankasa saso na wo mo bua shepe cars fi obi memu bepie mu ewo man Ghana wo besa oba wo ma hwe na ubetu paint bi koton wa mu wo meduma market Womani co-op more no ena edi insheni shine so wom ye door to door delivery me ba cho United States ne import mo friend number na eda ho no ma Ghana so ne import ma 0244907376 na onu wo mo atwetwe enkomo Abrante Pakojo Manuel ena etna MC ahonom edema me so na Dennis edit video we ma me executive producer Mr. Daniel Yeboa lawyer fans of Atija Jumedi munyina no Nyankobo shamu na ye papa se ne densho no moje bre ehwe dwumedi unya subscribe ya meshe so be subscribe na wa share video we so e dia mam thumbs up so e wo hono me amedi dwumedi so be som mo mediane nana ya asa odi e better for me ya no mesanso de ni nyina no aba be som mo video hanim say stay safe ye besanso edi hia bye bye
Amafwe Kumasi Online TV Production yaba ne de ne yaba ye de equipment ekukudam ana ye de aba se eye camera de enam wiem de nam fom de enam ensuom ni nyina ye wo bi e wo honom a TV production yabo a hu ye pa se wo ye dwumadie bi ete se wedding eye engagement and sorry ana schools se wo ye sem na bi na pese betwa ko all the social media networks no so e de amaw ye ni ntotonsa na fre eye Kumasi Online TV Production for na yamra na ye dwumadie ne Kama fe a ebo no eda from pa the production so the sound quality video quality ni nyina e wo soro wo pese wo hu ba bia wa ye wo Kumasi eyetia media opposite one ma ana se to nsa ne frɛ wa homa true so 0550623377 Kumasi Online TV Production ye demufua e wo Kumasi kodua mu.